Hey all, it's time for
Thrifty Thursday,
where we talk about ways to save money.
I'm Dan.
I'm Karyn, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel,
hit that subscribe button.
And that bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload a new video.
And we don't just upload a video one time.
2 times per week, and we talk about all kinds of things about homesteading and living a more self-sufficient life. We decided that we were going to dedicate this Thrifty Thursday to a really important topic. I don't think anyone that lives in the United States that's watching needs to be told that our prices are going way up and they're not going to be coming down anytime soon. I was looking at some statistics, and we're paying over this time last year about 9% more at the grocery store for food items and anything really that you can buy at the grocery store. And that's just an average. Like if you broke out like meat, you're paying 13% more over this same time last year. So our first topic is cleaning products. And when I was looking at the statistics, we're paying about 6% more now for cleaning products at the grocery store. And this is something that I've wanted to work on for some time now anyway. You know, it amazes me that nowadays when somebody wants to clean something, the first thing they think about is, let's run to the store and grab a cleaner that's full of chemicals and probably not that good for you. But that's become our norm these days. And what amazes me about it is that we had perfectly good ways of cleaning things in the past that didn't involve all these chemicals. And so we're going to talk about 3 different home recipes that you can use for cleaning things. And the main ingredient for cleaning things, which you can use for just about anything, is white vinegar. And you may or may not know that, but white vinegar right now is $3 for a gallon. And you know, your little bottles of cleaner are $3 to $5 just for that little bottle. So white vinegar, and you know, it's a half and half mix with water. So it's going to go even farther than that. So the first cleaner we're going to talk about is an all-purpose cleaner that you can put in a spray bottle. Okay, so you have your white vinegar and you mix it 50-50 with water. You just stick it in a spray bottle and spray and clean as you would normally. But a lot of people don't like the vinegar smell. So what you can do is you can give your all-purpose cleaner a little bit of boost. You take peelings of 4 oranges, the orange peels, and you put those in a quart jar, and then you fill that up with vinegar, and then add a weight to the top to keep it underneath so it doesn't get moldy. And you can use, if you don't have a weight, you can put some water in a little Ziploc bag and push that down in the top, and that'll raise the level of the vinegar up over the orange peels, and then you can just seal it that way. But you'll let that steep for about 2 weeks, then you'll strain it off, and that'll add all of your good citric acids and things like that to your cleaner that help to cut grease. I mean, vinegar will cut grease too, but it'll help even more then. It'll have a little bit more of a pleasant smell, and then you'll just take that concentrated orange and vinegar and you'll mix it half and half with water, just like you would the regular vinegar. So another cleaner that you can try is a toilet bowl cleaner. Okay, so vinegar will get rid of hard water deposits. Everybody probably knows that. So for a toilet bowl cleaner, all you really need to do is put 2 cups of white vinegar into the toilet, and if you let that sit overnight and then scrub it in the morning, you'll have a clean toilet bowl. But if you want to do it faster, you can put in the 2 cups of vinegar, and then you can add baking soda into the toilet bowl, and that'll help take care of your stains and everything. And then just let it sit for 30 minutes to an hour or whatever and scrub it out, and you're good to go.
I've actually used vinegar and baking soda mixed together to clean the showers, the grout and stuff in showers.
You can also make a streak-free window cleaner. So you would take in a spray bottle or container, you would use a 1/4 cup of white vinegar, half a teaspoon of dish soap, and then you would dilute that with 2 cups of water. And just spray that on your windows like you would any other cleaner, squeegee it off, however it is that you clean your windows. And it's a streak-free product without having to go and buy Windex or something like that.
And we'd really appreciate it if you have any of these formulas yourself that you'd like to share with us.
Yes, yes. How have you used vinegar or anything else that's natural and low cost to do cleaning in your home? So the next topic we want to talk about is probably one of the is the thing that's gone up the most at the grocery store, and that's meat.
Yeah.
Meat, poultry, fish, and eggs have gone up 13%. So ways to save money with buying meat. One of the things that you can do at the grocery store is find the section where they have their reduced price meat, because that meat is perfectly good, and then take it home and put it in the freezer, freeze it in a Ziploc bag, or it'll last longer and not get freezer burn as fast if you use a vacuum sealer, a food saver, to put that in the freezer. And ask your local grocery store, is there a particular day or days where you mark the meat down? And if you know what day they're marking the meat down, then you can go in there and get, first pick of all of the reduced price meats. And another thing you can do if you don't have freezer space is you can pressure can the meat. Mm-hmm. You can also save money on meat by buying the untrimmed meat instead of the trimmed meat. Look at the price difference between untrimmed chicken breasts and trimmed chicken breasts. You might have to do some trimming yourself, but to save $1 a pound, that's quite a bit. Another thing that has to do with meat is getting an idea of what your grocery store cycles are, and I'm going to do another video on this at some point, but grocery stores have a cycle. So every X number of months, this kind of meat goes on sale. So when you see it hit a rock bottom price, then you buy it in bulk and you stock up on it. And I've been doing that for a couple of years now, and we've saved a lot of money on meat. But watch and see what the cycle is, and then you'll know by the end of the cycle, if you need that in your freezer, then you buy it at rock bottom again. So we'll talk about grocery store cycles later.
And one of the things that I've noticed that you do is when you do get ground beef or ground meat period, you get it in bulk, and then you repackage it into smaller packages that are easier for us to use. Mm-hmm. One of the things, to think about when it comes to meat also, bartering with your local farmers who are a lot more conscious about the quality of their meats without the GMO feds and antibiotics and all the other stuff that a lot of the big production places do, and you're going to get healthier food, and you're going to know where it comes from. Mm-hmm.
Another thing that has to do with meat is if you live in the country, a lot of times you might be able to go in with somebody on slaughtering a beef. You get half a beef or a quarter of a beef. You have to pay for the butchering of it, but it's still cheaper than going to the store. In fact, we have an e-classifieds thing at work, and I just saw the other day someone was advertising, does anyone want to go in on half a beef to butcher, But one thing you need to think about, if you don't have it, In order to do this, you have to have freezer space if you're not going to pressure can it. So you want to think about looking for, if you don't have it, either a deep freeze, a used deep freeze, or upright freezer. I mean, you can get, sometimes people are like, just get this out of my house. I got a new one, you know, $50. Or sometimes even free, but I don't know if I would trust a free freezer. But, you know, you can find them pretty cheaply, especially the smaller deep freezes. So one of the staples that most people usually have on hand in their cupboard somewhere is chicken stock, chicken broth, vegetable broth. You can use it to make soup. You can use it to, you know, add an extra, a little bit for gravy, or, you know, there's just so many different things that you can use stock for. So when you make a chicken, save the carcass in a gallon bag in the freezer, and then start adding vegetable scraps to it. Carrot peels, the ends of celery, or celery, the leaves from the top. Add that, just keep adding to your bag. Onion peels. You can't like eat an onion peel, but it has a lot of onion flavor. So you can actually save the onion peels in that bag. You can save garlic peels in that bag. Any kind of vegetable scraps that you would want to use to make a stock. And then when you get that gallon bag full, just dump it in a crock pot, fill the crock pot with water, let it sit there for 12 hours or 24 hours, however long, on low. Then take that, strain it off, put it in the fridge. Once it gets in the fridge, it's going to go more solid, and the fats will be at the top. Then you can scrape off those fats, and then you can either reheat it and pressure can it, or you can actually just freeze it. You know, freeze it in little cubes, or freeze it in plastic containers, however you want to do it. But that is essentially then free food. So that's another tip, is to make your own stock with scraps.
I'm learning something.
Thanks so much for being here with us today on this Thrifty Thursday. This weekend we have another video coming up. This time we're going to talk about gardening. And you won't want to miss it, because I have a gardening freebie coming up for you that you can just download and use. No strings attached.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, hit that subscribe button. And also remember that we like your reviews, we like your suggestions. Be part of it.
Yes, leave us a comment.
See you next time.